The youthful dreams of owning vintage baseball sets have become realities in recent years with the building and completion of my favorites. But deep inside, buried in the recesses of my brain, there was always the want to explore another release whose design called to me. Now that the Topps collections I started working on are for the most part finished, in the batter's box is one of the all-time classics from rival Bowman. Known as the TV set, each horizontal picture in the 1955 Bowman baseball issue presents a portrait or posed action shot with the subject's last name printed in capital letters inside a small white rectangle. The border resembles a television set cabinet with color TV written between the tube's dials at bottom. The connection between sports and the medium is its own special story. Visual broadcasting made its way across the country in the late 1920s. Electronic television patents were awarded in the early 30s, with the first program airing in 1936. Upon standards approved by the FCC, color broadcast began transmitting in 1953. Rather than to say the rest is history, I'll remind you that the technology which shares information through a host of media is always advancing. Many Americans bought their first television sets in order to watch sporting events, which at the time included wrestling, marathons, yachting, and the Indianapolis 500. It was the idea of broadcasting sports that served as enticement for consumers. Many bar patrons, after marveling at the spectacle, were excited to go and purchase their very own set to watch events from the comfort of home. Pioneers of TV sports production revolutionized specific techniques such as instant replay, freeze frames, and slow motion. These technical advancements are still being used in other programming genres, most notably newscasts. The first MLB game broadcast on live television was on August 26, 1939. Only 2 stationary cameras were present at Ebbets Field to bring the action as the Dodgers hosted the Reds. The first televised World Series was the 1947 Classic, in which the New York Yankees defeated the Brooklyn Dodgers in 7 games. The contests were broadcast on the CBS, NBC, and Dumont networks and showcased veteran Joe DiMaggio, as well as rookie Jackie Robinson. Coincidentally, the Bowman Gum Company released its first set of baseball star picture cards in 1948. They would continue producing such sets until 1955, saving their best, in my opinion, for last. 320 subjects make up the entire release, each measuring 2.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. 9 cards and a piece of bubblegum were inserted in 5-cent retail packs, with 24 packs in a box. 1-card penny packs were also available. Card backs have each subject's name in script above their printed position and team, all next to a glove which houses the card number. Vitals are in real small type in the upper right corner, with some stats from the previous season in a slightly tilted box below. The rest of the real estate is left for either career bios and highlights, or one of a series of short essays purported to be from the athletes themselves. Subjects include advice to youngsters, favorite memories of the game, biggest thrills, and childhood heroes. The set boasts no less than 30 Hall of Famers, along with 61 rookie cards, including Elston Howard and Don Zimmer. Other special features in the set include 31 umpires, 3 coaches, and 6 managers. Card number 139 is a combo of the Chance brothers. Umpire and coach cards have the stat box on backs replaced with a trivia and answer panel featuring questions about the rules and personalities of the game. Cards from the set were distributed in 3 series, with the last, numbers 225 to 230, more scarce than the rest. The set's first 64 subjects have a lighter blonde tone to each border's color. The rest were printed with a more natural cherry wood color. Advertising panels featuring 3 subjects were used to advertise different Bowman products. Just 6 players had an error which was subsequently corrected. Cards 48 and 204 were printed with Milt and Frank Bowling on their backs. Cards 101 and 157 show both Don and Ernie Johnson on their fronts. Harvey Keene's last name was spelled incorrectly on card 132's back. Irv Palika's bio comes with and without the mention of his trade to Baltimore on card 195. All photos, except of the umpires, were taken at Shibe Park in Philadelphia, the home of Bowman. Overall, it is a pleasing design, but did the unique template take up too much real estate and not show players in detail? Take a look at Topps' design from the same year. That's quite a close-up. Critics theorized sales of Bowman cards didn't measure up to its competitor due to collectors not feeling a connection to their favorite players, along with the disillusion upon finding so many umpires in the high series. Most would agree the exclusion of certain names may have been the death knell. In 1955, Mickey Mantle signed an exclusive trading card contract with Bowman. Though Ted Williams, Jackie Robinson, Warren Spahn, and Duke Snider were not part of the set and were available only in Topps packs. Other notable rookie names are missing from the former, with the Brooklyn Company featuring them in a much more colorful, though smaller base set. It didn't help that they produced a very attractive football set later in the year. With the retirement of their founder in 1952, the increase of cost becoming too much by the end of 1953, and 3 years of trying to stay ahead of the consumer game, the trading card distributor was headed for defeat. As mentioned before, 1955 was the final set for Bowman, as Topps bought them at the end of the year and discontinued the name until 1989, with a nod to the TV theme on one of its new cards. Scouring local shows and shops, I've acquired a few Hall of Famers, umpires, and other high numbers. A brand new binder and fresh Ultra Pro pages which complement the card's larger size house almost 1/3 of a complete set already. Yeah, most are low grade, but reading the backs to absorb the history of the game and its players makes the decision acceptable. I'll make an effort to find the big names in a grade or two higher. Just to keep things consistent on this channel, here's a look at my starting percentage. Get ready for a fun ride.